Hi everyone, welcome to Step by Step Crypto. Today I want to talk about will altcoins explode in Q4 2019? Recently, Bitcoin has taken a major breakdown in price, bringing a lot of other altcoins down with it. Now, despite the current pessimistic mood in crypto, I would argue that we are on the verge of another alt season. Now, I don't think it's going to be like 2017 where some coins are doing 10, 20, 40, 50x. And I don't think we'll see something like that until Bitcoin breaks $20,000 again. However, I do expect altcoins to achieve substantial gains against Bitcoin in the coming months. And I'm going to be presenting you some facts to make my case. And I'll do my best to keep the moon boy hopium to a minimum. The four factors I'll be considering are 1. Bitcoin price consolidation, 2. Bitcoin dominance, 3. The movements of major altcoins, particularly Ethereum and XRP, and number 4. The overall market sentiment. First up, I want to explain to you the concept of Bitcoin price consolidation. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin daily chart to get a better understanding of this concept. Starting around the beginning of 2019, Bitcoin made an incredible run from the low of 3,200 all the way up to 14K, which is over 300% of an increase. But eventually, this upward momentum stalled, and Bitcoin spent the next 3 months struggling to break out of this descending triangle pattern. Eventually, the price finally broke, and Bitcoin went down to approximately the 8,000s and even wicked down to the high 7,000s. After such a strong run up like this, it's not sustainable. Bitcoin does need to correct and reconsolidate. And it's often during this reaccumulation period where whales and other big players get some time to build up their Bitcoin positioning before the next run up, which I'm predicting to be as we're approaching the 2020 halvening. And it's during this Bitcoin reaccumulation phase that gives that gives altcoins the opportunity to really shine. And something similar did happen earlier in 2019, even though it might not have felt like it at the time. But there are many altcoins that performed very well during this Bitcoin reaccumulation phase. The next concept I want to go over is Bitcoin dominance and why it's so critical for timing altcoin seasons. Over here, I pulled up the weekly Bitcoin dominance chart, and essentially the Bitcoin dominance represents the percentage of the total crypto market cap that belongs to Bitcoin. As you can tell, over the past 6 weeks, Bitcoin dominance has been steadily declining and is about to break a critical support level. During alt seasons, there is often a massive drop in Bitcoin dominance as people are selling their Bitcoin to purchase altcoins. And we saw this trend happening in previous altcoin cycles. For example, let me just find that drawing tool. If we looked at the previous alt cycles in the beginning to the middle of 2017 over here, it was preceded by a massive drop in Bitcoin dominance. Similar thing happened in December 2017 when we had probably the greatest alt run in human history. And we also saw a mini alt run from May to April of 2018. Once again, the common factor being that we saw a massive decline in Bitcoin dominance. And I think we're on the verge of seeing another one here. Next up, I want to look at the movement of the major altcoins, in particular, Ethereum and XRP. Almost every single alt season has been led by Ethereum and XRP, and once either of these two start to really show strength, you can almost be certain that other coins will follow. Here I found a very interesting tweet from Crypto Wolf, and I highly recommend you guys give him a follow. He has some of the best macro crypto analysis I've ever seen. And in this tweet, he overlaid Bitcoin dominance and compared it to both XRP and Ethereum with their prices denominated in Satoshis. Here's a bit of a bigger image because that tweet was kind of small. And as you can see, with what these red arrows point out, Bitcoin dominance is at a critical support level and it's looking to break down from here. Whereas XRP and Ethereum are hitting a critical resistance level and are looking to break up. As you can tell, after almost 2 years of slow, painful bleeding, these two majors are starting to finally show some real strength at a critical time when Bitcoin's price is stagnant. Lastly, I want to go over the overall market sentiment. These days, the pessimism around altcoins is palatable. You can't even post a bullish chart without getting a ton of hate. And I get it. Many people are 80 to 90% down. And we've been promised an alt season time and time again, only to have our dreams shattered. The cynicism and depression is at an all-time high. But it's often in these times of absolute despair that the greatest opportunities present themselves. And I think we're in that phase of the market. So, how do you prepare for this upcoming alt season? I had a few tips and warnings. And the first is make sure you practice proper risk management. Protecting your capital is the first step of investing. And if you do decide to play in the altcoin market, I would not put in more than I can afford to lose. And I would still recommend staying mostly in Bitcoin if you're not an experienced trader. And secondly, please don't get too greedy. If you do happen to make life-changing money or substantial profits, please consider taking those profits. These all-season pumps don't last long. It's usually no more than 4 to 10 weeks. And if you do make that life-changing money, please sell back into Bitcoin. Do not let the greed get the better of you. And that concludes my views on this upcoming alt season. If you enjoyed it, please smash the like button and subscribe. Now, since this is a new channel, I'd really like to learn what you guys want to know. Like, what are your biggest questions with crypto? Is it investing? Is it understanding macro trends? Is it what coins to pick? Is it, whatever questions you have, please let me know in the comment section below, and I will make sure to make videos addressing the most common concerns I find. Thanks again, everybody.